Well, we called the hell out of this. Everything we've been saying is coming true. It's unbelievable. They're going to kill Trump. I almost got him. They're going to give Joe Biden some kind of sickness, or they're going to poison him, or he's going to get COVID. The last thing I said was he's going to have COVID, and then he's going to bow out. Oh, the COVID it took a big toll on me. I didn't, I really am not in the right shape, da-da-da-da. Literally said this last week. Literally said some of that 4 weeks ago. We have been spot on with this. It's incredible. The one mistake that I think some of the conspiracy types out there make is that they say things like person's going to be killed or that person's going to be taken out. And a lot of times that's not the way that the deep state or that the people want to run things. You know what I mean? If you're a deep state psychopath lizard person like these people are, you don't want to, you don't necessarily want to have absolute chaos and death and stuff, because that gets people's awareness up. You'd like to keep it ambiguous. If you can give somebody COVID and then threaten their family and children behind some scenes and then get them to step out, that is much better than poisoning them and having people wondering about that. But when you can't control a dog like they couldn't control Donald Trump, sometimes you just got to try the bullet, and that's definitely what they tried. There's so many lies and cover-ups and people that are just looking the other way. They rely on that sort of thing. We talked about this. We knew this was coming. I told you it was going to happen. I stood behind it. I thought it was going to happen like a couple days back, and then I thought maybe if it doesn't happen a couple days back, I thought, well, it's going to happen soon. And it's certainly going to happen before the DNC, because they want to get RFK out of there. They got to get RFK out of there. Joe Biden's got to drop out before the DNC. They can't go there with the nomination being him. They've got to do something. I'll tell you what, if Hillary is running, you know who killed or wanted to kill him. I mean, there's just any other doubt at this point? Who's behind everything? You know what I mean? Oh, I just happen to be a random kid who doesn't have social media anywhere. I just happen to be walking around the grounds with a Pathfinder. I just happen to have the thing to measure bullets. I just happen to have a ladder that I'm going to put up. I just happen to have a fake story that I was bullied in school. Oh, the school says I wasn't bullied, and that doesn't make any sense. Oh, I wasn't on the rifle team. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, I registered as a Republican a week ago. Like, oh, there's just so many coincidences. It's so bizarre. Strange and bizarre. It's just like, dude, it's a tale as old as time. Tale as old as time. Some crazy disgruntled guy somehow got up there on the day that somehow there was a whole bunch of female Secret Service who were too short to block Trump. All of a sudden, on the day that this happens, the shortest Secret Service members, who looked retarded, by the way, were working the Secret Service for Trump that day. In a small town where the cops are dingleberries. Yes. Like, come on, bro. Like, it all just lines up a little too easy. Doesn't it? Doesn't it all just line up a little too easy for everybody? But Joe Biden has backed out, knew this was coming. I literally met opposition from so many people who said I was crazy or whatever the fuck else. Who the fuck's crazy now? Who the fuck is crazy now? Who the fuck is crazy now? They're raping kids on an island. I just want you to take all the conspiracies, all the true conspiracies that were conspiracies, and whenever anybody says to you that that's a conspiracy, you're crazy, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. When people tell you that it's a conspiracy and you're crazy, tell them to shut the fuck up. Because guess what? There was an island where kids were being trafficked and raped for years. And you were called a conspiracy theorist, and it's true. People thought you were crazy to think Donald Trump could win the presidency. People thought it was crazy that you thought Russiagate was a lie. People thought you were crazy that Hunter Biden had a laptop. People thought this was crazy every time. Every time you think it was crazy, people thought Bohemian Grove, that's crazy. You know? How come RFK, they just wanted to block RFK? That's all they wanted to do. They wanted to keep RFK out of it. In 1968, they kept Bobby Kennedy out of it, right? They killed We're going to kill the Kennedys, right? Where's the George Carlin clip? It's the greatest clip ever. Think about the people that are shot and killed and attacked. Think about all the people. Been saying it for years. I mean, George Carlin's been right forever. So it's never any better it's just perfect to always play a George Carlin clip. Because he's been dead on since I was a kid. I was raised on George Carlin, so I understand.
Does it change those popularity polls in a big fucking hurry? But it's also interesting to notice who it is we assassinate. Do you ever notice who it is? Stop to think of who it is we kill. It's always people who've told us to live together in harmony and try to love one another. Jesus, Gandhi, Lincoln, John Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, John Lennon. They all said, try to live together peacefully. Bam! Right in the fucking head. Apparently, we're not ready for that. Yeah, that's difficult behavior for us.
So we knew it. We said they're going to take out both. We literally said a couple of weeks ago, they're going to take out both. They're going to take out both guys. Now, however that happens, whether that's Biden drops out, backs out, whatever, the plan was very simple. We know what the plan was. The plan was they killed Trump the other day, and then today Joe Biden backs out, and now we've got a brand new start. A brand new start. And, you know, maybe Biden wouldn't have backed out if Trump had been killed. Like, maybe that was the last resort. Like, okay, we'll kill Trump, and then Joe, you're gonna win if we can kill Trump. But oh man, I don't know if that could work. But we'll kill Trump, and then you'll win. It'll be hard for any Republican to win after they kill Trump. So Joe, you'll be good to go. Maybe. But the fact that Trump is alive, they're like, oh my God, we can't do it again. I mean, then it really looks bad. Then there could be riots. It could be a real thing. Oh my God. Okay, well, we've got to get Biden out of there because he can't win. You know what I mean? So who are they going to put in? I don't think Kamala can win. No sane person can vote for Kamala Harris. There's no way. I would have never, no way. Like, these vice presidents are pieces of shit. J.D. Vance is sucks. Mike Pence sucked. Kamala Harris sucks. So who's going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can't be anybody but it's got to be somebody big. It can't be Kamala Harris. She's fucking terrible. She gobbled a knob to get where she is. You want to vote for somebody like that? Who gobbled somebody to get where she is and kept people in prison? Like, she's a psycho, an idiot, sicko psycho. Like, she's not, that's terrible. And I think J.D. Vance is a fake who'll say anything to be in power, which scares me a little bit. Anytime a guy will say anything to get wherever he can go, regardless, and his mother raised him abusively, I'm very concerned about J.D. Vance. I am concerned. Okay? I'm concerned about Kamala Harris, who is a sniveling psycho bitch, and I'm concerned about J.D. Vance, who's a weirdo who'll lie about anything, and his mother was abusive, and he's now in power. That's terrifying to me. So the two VPs are out of the question. I would rather have Donald Trump 100%. I'd rather have Biden than Kamala Harris. But the bottom line is Biden is part of the deep state, but they can't control him anymore. except their final control of Joe Biden, the final effort to control Joe Biden was to get him to drop out. Amazing. Their final, like, forcible entry or exit. Crazy. So you got Michelle Obama. I think we did a poll on this months ago. I said, who's going to be the real president? And we put it up. We put up the poll. I got to find the poll. I don't know where it is, but I got it somewhere. And you guys voted. And you know what's funny? First, people laughed at the idea that Biden was going to be back out or be poisoned. I said he's going to back out, be poisoned, or he's going to get COVID or something. Oh, I'm too sick now. Actually, I can't run. We said all this weeks and weeks ago, and here we are. So now I'm going to put up a poll, and somebody's going to be like, Hillary and Michelle, like, that's crazy. It's not crazy. It's not crazy. Who's going to be nominated? That's the question. Hillary? By the way, you think the power outage was random the other day? When all the power went out and everything went down the other day? You really think that's a coincidence? I don't think so. Hillary, Kamala, Michelle, Obama, which all rhymes. It's kind of funny. And who else could run? I mean, RFK, but they don't want him because he's registered independent. They pushed him out, right? They can't run him. Put up a poll right now. They should run a trans or gay person. Well, then they should run Pete Buttigieg. I will never vote for Pete Buttigieg. Pete Buttigieg is a lying fuckhead. Pete Buttigieg lied about Tulsi Gabbard. I will never, ever, 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 ever forget Pete Buttigieg lying about a female Tulsi Gabbard. I will never forget it. I will never forget it. So Pete Buttigieg speaks very well. He's a fucking loser, though. He's a liar, and he's a pussy, and he sucks at his job. So Pete Buttigieg is doing a terrible job as the transportation dildo man or whatever he is. And he's a liar. So whenever I hear a liar, I call it out. You know what I mean? And there's different amounts of lies. I'll accept exaggerations by, putting yourself over, exaggerating to be silly and stuff like that. I don't even mind that much, or maybe a few little things you think. But like when you start really lying about somebody, that drives me crazy. That drives me nuts. And I'm talking about really lying about it. Pete Buttigieg lied about Tulsi Gabbard. J.D. Vance, who's Trump's VP pick, is a liar. Joe Biden lies about Trump every second. Joe Biden said Trump is a convicted rapist. He's not a convicted rapist. Joe Biden said that Trump told us all to drink bleach. He didn't tell us all to drink bleach. Joe Biden said that Trump said that there were good people on the Nazi side or whatever he said. That was a lie. Trump called it out on the speech, and then Biden looked stupid. And then there's multiple other lies. He called war heroes suckers or whatever. Like all this stuff. Like, dude, it just mounts up and Joe Biden repeats it. So that's what I'm talking about. I don't mean that you might be like taking, credit for something that's incorrect or maybe, lying about some of the numbers and stuff like that. That happens. And you're sort of lying and manipulating stuff. I don't like that either. And I'll call that out too. Trump does it a lot. Trump is like, whatever. But like, dude, when you are straight up lying about somebody else dangerously, that fucking is infuriating to me. And Pete Buttigieg does that. So I don't like him. So the Democrats are fucked. The Democrats are 100% screwed. Just like I'm screwed. Just like this show is screwed. You know, Trump never said suckers and losers. That was never, ever a proven thing. Like 38, 40 generals said he didn't say that. One guy said he did. Oh, it's the guy that Trump was upset at, so the guy was mad at him, so he made something up. How is that not surprising? Do you know what I mean? Somebody else would have corroborated that story. So it's just like it's always he said this, it's just always bullshit. Oh yeah, Gavin Newsom. I didn't put Gavin Newsom on the list. How could I forget Gavin Newsom? Gavin Newsom is a scumbag. He runs a failed state of California. Gavin Newsom, dude, there's nobody good. There's nobody good to run. Who's good to run? Gavin Newsom? Gavin Newsom, who lets homeless people and shit in the streets and lets that California look like a shithole, except for when ping pong fucking patty cake comes to town and then he suddenly cleans up the streets. All of a sudden he cares and he can clean up the streets. And as soon as ping pong leaves, then he goes, oh, back to shitting in the streets again. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking bullshit. I don't know, man. I'm coming off that show last night. Man, we were up late. They always knew that Biden was leaving. It's just so, like, dude, they know exactly what they're doing. It's just so predicted. Oh, boy, everybody knew it. Everybody knew it. Unbelievable. I know none of this could have been done without you. Together we overcame once-in-a-century pandemic that you guys probably caused, by the way. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as president, and while it has been intended to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party. They forced me out, guys. And the country for me to stand down and focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for the remainder of the term. I'll speak to the nation later this week in more detail. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude. I want to thank Kamala Harris. So they're going to announce, I don't know if they're going to announce this now or coming up in the next week, or they're going to do it at the DNC. Don't they? They have to do it at the DNC, right? And this was all just to keep Robert Kennedy from winning. This is to keep Robert Kennedy from winning the nomination. Like, that's what they did. And Trump kind of gets along with Robert Kennedy. This is unbelievable. You know what I mean? We are so screwed. This country's dead. This country is dead. Morons in this country think that these people are good picks. Bro, we're so dead. It's unbelievable. I remember when people voted for George Bush a second term, and I thought, wow, this country is stupid. And, it is just so dumb. I cannot believe how dumb this country is. I'm just blown away. Pete Buttigieg is terrible. J.D. Vance is not a good person. Kamala Harris is evil personified. I'm just blown. There's nobody to go. There's nobody. There is nobody who can be in office at this point.
Hey, Bullfrog is a moron.
Scissor me, Joe!
It's Joe Ever. He may have endorsed Kamala, but get ready for the return of Hillary Clinton.
Oh, did Biden endorse Kamala? I didn't even see that. Oh, no. dude, Pete Buttigieg is a terrible job at running the transportation shit. And he lied about... Why are all the liars winning, guys? Why are these are the two people I've hated the most. Go back and watch 2016 at the debates at Pete Buttigieg and Kamala Harris about how they lied about everybody. They were on stage lying about everything, and I said, these people suck. You're telling me that now there's a possibility that Kamala Harris could be the president with Pete Buttigieg as the VP? Dude, I'm going to throw the fuck up. I'm going to throw up. I got Pete Buttigieg lying about Tulsi Gabbard like crazy.
But I want to get back to Pete Buttigieg and his comment about experience. Pete, you'll agree that the service that we both have provided to our country as veterans by itself does not qualify us to serve as commander-in-chief. I think the experience, serving for 7 years, the preparation that I've gotten to walk in on.
But that is outlandish, even by the standards of today's politics.
Are you saying that you didn't say that?
I was talking about U.S.-Mexico cooperation. We've been doing security cooperation with Mexico for years.
God, I hate this guy.
For a fuck, someone donated 9. I'm getting hard, I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming, and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick.
Discount code Big Guy to save 5% on all orders over $100.
Oh.
Thank you to all my followers for supporting my supplement company while battling the evil Vince McMahon and training to make my return to the ring. If you spend $500, I...
Well, Ryan needs it. Oh my God. I'm gonna throw up. We're fucking done. Thank you, Ryan.
Pete, you'll agree that the service that...
About U.S.-Mexico cooperation. With continued relationships, for example, do you seriously think anybody on this stage is proposing invading Mexico?
That's not
I'm
what
talking
I said.
about
That's not
building
what I
up.
said.
This guy is just a mess. I'm really trying to find the clip.
This is, surging
Real leadership and experience to the White House.
Senator Sanders, I'm going to have a original point.
Oh, the face that...
Sure that checkers can check.
Bashar al-Assad. I have, in my experience, such...
By itself does not qualify us to serve as commander-in-chief. I think the most recent example of your inexperience in national security and foreign policy...
This guy's a retard.
Came from your recent careless statement about how you as president would be willing to send our troops to Mexico to fight the cartels. As commander-in-chief, leader of our armed forces, I bring extensive experience serving for 7 years in Congress, on the Foreign Affairs Committee, on the Armed Services Committee, on the Homeland Security Committee, meeting with leaders of countries around the world, working with military commanders of different commands, dealing with high-level national security briefings, understanding what's necessary, the preparation that I've gotten to walk in on day one to serve as commander-in-chief.
Congresswoman, thank you. Mr. Mayor, I'll allow you to respond.
I know that it's par for the course in Washington to take remarks out of context, but that is outlandish even by the standards of today's politics.
Are you saying that you didn't say that?
I was talking about U.S.-Mexico cooperation. We've been doing security cooperation with Mexico for years, with law enforcement cooperation and a military relationship that could continue to be developed with training relationships, for example. Do you seriously think anybody on this stage is proposing invading Mexico?
That's not
I'm
what
talking
I said.
about
That's not
building
what I
up.
She never said invading Mexico, you fucking idiot. She said you wanted to send troops to Mexico, you fucking lying fuckhead. You lying fuckhead. You said you were going to send troops to Mexico to fight the cartels. That's what you said. We could send the military into Mexico to help battle the cartels.
Stage is proposing invading Mexico.
Then he changes the words to invading Mexico. Well, if sending the military to help fight the cartels for Mexico in Mexico is an invasion, what the fuck are the cartels coming into our country called then? Is that an invasion? Because now you don't call it an invasion. If you call it an invasion, you're a racist now, Pete Buttplug Fuckface. You fucking lying fuckhead.
That's not
I'm
what
talking
I said.
about
That's not
building
what I
up.
said.
I'm talking about
what I
building
said.
up alliances. And if your question is about experience, let's also talk about judgment. One of the foreign leaders you mentioned meeting was Bashar al-Assad. I have, in my experience, such as it is, whether you think it
hasn't answered the question, by the way,
counts or not, since it wasn't accumulated in Washington, enough judgment that I would not have sat down with a murderous dictator like that.
Congresswoman Gabbert, let me allow you to respond.
Thank you.
yeah, so your answer is not to sit down with the murderous dictators like that. You hear that? So that's it. So according to Pete Buttigieg, kill all the dictators and kill them all now. And we'll go to war with every one of them because we'll never sit down with anybody and talk to anybody about anything. Kill them all. Don't talk to any of them. Isolate ourselves and never try to get along and make headway on anybody. So that's it. Kill everybody. Go to war with everybody. That's what you do. You don't try to make any kind of deals. Keep people in the friend zone. Try to make an influence over somebody by being nice to them in a way. Hey, I hate what you're doing. Don't like that whatsoever. How can we get it to stop? No, you would rather, I'm not going to talk to anybody. You stupid moron idiot.
You were asked directly whether you would send our troops to Mexico to fight cartels, and your answer was yes. The fact checkers can check this out. No. But your point about judgment is absolutely correct. Our commander-in-chief does need to have good judgment. And what you've just pointed out is that you would lack the courage to meet with both adversaries and friends to ensure the peace and national security of our nation.
That's because he's a cuck.
I take the example of those leaders who have come before us, leaders like JFK, who met with Khrushchev, like Roosevelt, who met with Stalin.
Yeah, they tried to kill those people.
Like Reagan, who met... Like Reagan, who
yeah,
met...
Donald Trump had 4 years of peace. 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 Vladimir Putin invaded under Obama, under Bush, under everybody, under Biden. Vladimir Putin didn't invade under Trump. Trump had 4 years of peace. Trump had 4 years of peace. You fucking warmongering butt plug fuckhead.
And worked with Gorbachev. These issues of
Scumbag!
National security are incredibly important. I will
lied about
with
Tulsi
and do
Gabbard.
what is necessary to make sure that no more of our brothers and sisters in uniform are needlessly
fuck you, Pete Pussy,
sent into harm's way fighting regime change wars that undermine our national security. I'll bring real leadership and experience to the White House.
That's right. Fucking why is Tulsi Gabbard not a president right now? Tulsi Gabbard for goddamn president. Not this fucking butt pirate.
I've got to respond.
Senator Sanders, I'm going to have a
original point.
Oh, the face.
Fucking goddamn, these people are liars. J.D. Vance is a liar. Pete Buttigieg is a liar. Kamala Harris is a liar. Joe Biden, these people, they're all liars, but it's to the extent that they lie. That's my point. It's not, it's about the degree and the personal lies. Like, I can't deal with it. It drives me insane. And they're career politicians. The more you're a career politician, the more it's very dangerous to me. I don't like it. These people are all liars. Like, there's no, who do you choose? Who do you pick? Who do you choose?
I think that
Let's watch Kamala now.
It's unfortunate that we have someone on the stage who is attempting to be the Democratic nominee for President of the United States, who during the Obama administration spent 4 years full-time on Fox News criticizing President Obama.
That's
who
ridiculous,
has spent full-time,
That's
who has spent
ridiculous.
full-time criticizing people on this stage as affiliated with the Democratic Party. When Donald Trump was elected, not even sworn in, buddied up to Steve Bannon to get a meeting with Donald Trump in the Trump.
Everybody go look up who Kamala Harris buddied up with real quickly at some point.
Tower. Fails to call a war criminal by what he is as a war criminal, and then spends full time during the course of this campaign, again, criticizing the Democratic Party. What we need on the stage in November is someone who has the ability to win. And by that, we need someone on that stage who has the ability to go toe-to-toe with Donald Trump, and someone who has the ability to rebuild the Obama coalition and bring the party and the nation together. I believe I am that candidate.
Thank you, Senator. Congresswoman Gabbert, I'll give you a chance to respond.
What Senator Harris is doing is unfortunately continuing to traffic in lies and smears and innuendos because she cannot challenge the substance of the argument that I'm making, the leadership and the change that I'm seeking to bring in our foreign policy, which only makes me guess that she will, as president, continue the status quo, continue the Bush-Clinton-Trump foreign policy of regime change wars, which is deeply destructive. This is personal to me because I served in Iraq. I left my seat in the state legislature in Hawaii, volunteered to deploy to Iraq, where I served in a medical unit where every single day I saw the terribly high human cost of war. I take very seriously the responsibility that the president has to serve as commander-in-chief, to lead our armed forces, and to make sure always, no, I'm not going to put party interests first. I will put the interests of the American people above all else.
Thank you, Congresswoman. I want to briefly give Senator Harris a final second to respond.
I believe that
Just like, it's almost unbelievable, you know, what they do to these people, especially to outsiders. You know what I mean?
Senator Harris, you have also been quite critical of Vice President Biden's policies on race, specifically on the issue of busing in the 1970s, having benefited from busing when you were a young child. Vice President Biden... Response.
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record.
Take a look around Hillary and see everyone.
Oh boy, this is scary. This is scary. We're about to hear from
Everyone loves me. Take a look around Hillary and see everyone loves me. Took a long look along. Everyone loves the dawn. Take a look around Hillary. Everyone loves me. Take a look around Hillary and see.
I hope Gavin becomes president. He understands and cares about people like me and will make certain things legal and socially acceptable. I should be allowed to spread my moist love with anyone. You dirty conservatives want to limit my love.
I know, that's right, Leonard Kitty Kisser. Gavin Newsom may make the rape of children legal. We don't know that to be true, Lenny Kitty Kisser. Thank you for the $15, but that is terrifying. Leonard Kitty Kisser, I am concerned about Gavin Newsom winning, but let's go back to Kamala the liar really quickly, and we'll get back to your comment in a minute, Leonard.
There are too many examples to cite, but she put
I love this. There's too many examples to cite.
All across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place.
It is true. It is true. Sorry, Kamala. It is true. Bro, this chick is a sick person. Like, how do you not know this?
Impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris, your response?
As the
Yeah. Now prove that that's wrong. I dare you to prove that that's wrong.
elected Attorney General of California, I did the work of significantly reforming the criminal justice system of a state of 40 million people, which became a national model for the work that needs to be done.
That doesn't answer all those specific questions. I can do a lot of great, amazing things too and kill some people along the way. That doesn't mean that the results, the ends, justify the means.
I am proud of that work. And I am proud
you're proud of that work. Sure you are.
Of making a decision to not just give fancy speeches or be in a legislative body and give speeches on the floor, but actually doing the work of being...
She's not answering. She's just saying, I did the work. Yeah, you did what she just said, and you can't deny it. And you take, I'm happy about my record. What are you talking about? You didn't answer that. You didn't say, I never blocked that. It was proven that this happened. Or it was my responsibility to do this. I had to do it as a lawyer or whatever. None of that. Didn't even give that spin. Not even that spin.
Being in the position to
use... It's a bad person right here. It's a bad person.
Power that I had to reform a system that is badly in need of reform. That is why we created initiatives that were about reentering former offenders and getting them counseling. It is why, and because I know that criminal justice system is so broken, that I am an advocate for what we need to do to not only decriminalize but legalize marijuana in the United States.
I want to bring Congresswoman Gabbert back in. Your response.
That's what you want to do now.
The bottom line is, Senator Harris, when you are in a position to make a difference and an impact in these people's lives, you did not, and worse yet, in the case of those who were on death row, innocent people, you actually blocked evidence from being revealed that would have freed them until you were forced to do so. There is no excuse for that, and the people who suffered under your reign as prosecutor, you owe them an apology.
Senator Harris.
My entire career, I have been personally opposed to the death penalty, and that has never changed. And I dare anybody who is in a position to make that decision, to face the people I have faced, to say, I will not seek the death penalty. That is my background. That is my work. I am proud of it. I think you can judge people by when they are under fire, and it's not about some fancy opinion on a stage, but when they're in the position to actually make a decision, what do they do? When I was in the position of having to decide whether or not to seek a death penalty on cases I prosecuted, I made a very difficult decision that was not popular to not seek the death penalty. History shows that, and I am proud of those decisions.
Senator Harris, thank you very much.
It's funny, when certain people were locked away going to be killed, certain people, oh, well, see you later. But when actual criminals should have been killed in a death penalty situation, she didn't do it. It's almost hilarious. It's almost hilarious. And I already played you Pete Buttigieg lying so many times, especially about Tulsi Gabbard. It's unbelievable, bro. Tulsi Gabbard, how can anybody look at me and think that I'm gonna, like, I am telling you right now, Joe Cronin, the Joe Cronin Show, I see it. Kamala is a liar. Pete Buttigieg is a liar, an unqualified, scared person. My God, do you not want him as the president? Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg might be the worst for president. That would be the worst nightmare. I honestly believe that. That's the worst nightmare. You would rather have Gavin Newsom. You would rather have maybe Gavin Newsom and Hillary. Gavin Newsom and Hillary are terrible too, but like they're like some other level though, at least. Like Kamala and Pete are stupid people. Like Hillary is not stupid. Gavin Newsom is not stupid. They know what they're doing. It might be terrible what they're doing, but they're not stupid. Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg are stupid people. So if you want Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg, wow. Wow. Like you want some bad liars who are also stupid to be in charge. That is fucking terrifying. But man, we knew this was coming. We knew Trump. We just knew all this stuff. It just keeps happening. This is crazy. And JD Vance, Trump's vice president, is a weirdo. Like there are no good people. I only trust. How is it that I trust Trump? Trump is weird. Oh my God, Trump is the only guy. Oh. Oh my God, guys. I don't know what to tell you. This is so scary. Leonard Kitty Kisser, thank you for the $15 though, man. 5 memberships were gifted by Haystacks Monet. Hey, man, I really appreciate that, bro. We went bankrupt the last night on Monetize This. Dare I say it? Well, we got 30 or something episodes until episode 500 of Monetize This. I don't know if Monetize This is going to make episode 500 the way we're going, but I don't know, bro. I'm going to try.
Come on out, you rapist!
Should I try? I don't know. We're going to try to make Monetize This 500 happen, but Monetize This has been a dead zone the last 2.5 months. So I don't know what I'm going to do next Saturday, but something different's going to happen Saturday night. I don't know what. But I'm working on some ideas to change around all the shows and things. And make,
come on out, you rapist!
Better effort of the time. Pyrini Dream. Thanks, man. He got the membership. A lot of people got a great membership. A lot of people got the membership. What a day. What a Sunday.
Come on out, you rapist!
The Unknown Voice got one as well. Shout out to him. Ooh, there's a fox. The fox is back in the backyards in my neighborhood. Got some good shots of the fox running around. Bro, if I see the fox, I'm going to blast What Does the Fox Say, bro.
It's your first job. Come on out, you rapist! It's your first job. Late for a career change, ain't it?
Oh my God, they blew up the saloon. Holy shit. There's a trailer on Apple TV for a new Matt Damon movie, and they literally blew up this like fucking place that we're all like it's like a local popular area. It's like a place that we all used to go. That's funny.
Come on out, you rapist!
That's funny. Is it in the trailer?
It's your first job.
Holy shit. Oh yeah, there it is. Holy shit. Aggie Saloon, look at that. Holy shit. That's crazy, bro. That's funny to see that. That's so funny. I don't know why. I'm still excited whenever I see a Quincy location on video. Quincy, baby. I miss living in Quincy. My hometown is gone. Now I live in the sticks. And man, we had the first ever Dunkin' Donuts. It was great. There it is. Boom. That's so digital, it's unbelievable. That's so fake. That definitely is not real. That whole explosion isn't real. It's pretty obvious. Look at that. That does not look real at all. But what a place. What a place. Over in Quincy. That's funny. I don't know why. I was scrolling through my timeline and that trailer came up. But on the trailer, they know what they're doing. They got to know what they're doing, right? Like, they're going to advertise the show to the locals, like everybody in Massachusetts. And the trailer, like, teaser picture is that location. So I'm scrolling through my timeline and I'm like, oh, what's going on and then I'm like, wait, is this a trailer? Why is this on Apple TV? Why is a picture of this fucking place I go to on Apple TV? And then I'm like, oh, they filmed in Quincy. Okay. And then it's like, oh, well, I got to see this. You know, so they know it. It's like, that has to be planned. Like, you don't freeze frame it on that spot. That's so weird. What a marketing thing. Oh, my God, brother. This country's on autopilot. This country's on fucking nosedive is what it is. This country is on nosedive. Yeah, monetize this is, you know. Pete Buttigieg is smart at lying. He's not smart. Well, if he was smart, why would he lie? If he was smart, he would do a better job with the country. He's terrible as the transportation dildo. He's not smart. He speaks well, though. Pete Buttigieg speaks really well. Problem is he's a liar, a coward, and is incompetent at his job. So that's the problem. And I've got plenty of videos and proof to show you. Like, it's not even close. Not even close. He's fucking terrible. We're fucking done. Oh my God, we're so done, bro. He's terrible at his transportation job. Haskell, he's terrible at the job. He's a great speaker, though. He lied about fucking Tulsi Gabbard, dude. He lied about Tulsi Gabbard. You're never going to get me to like Pete Buttigieg because he lied about Tulsi Gabbard. I'll play the clips a million times. He's a fucking liar about Tulsi Gabbard because Tulsi Gabbard is smart and independent on her own. She's not part of the system. Tulsi Gabbard, Bernie Sanders, Donald Trump. Those are the three people that I trusted a little bit in 2016. Donald Trump because he's an outsider. Bernie Sanders because he always does the same thing, and he was what I got behind, but now I know he's a coward and he'll just back out, and Bernie Sanders will just cuck out. He's a cuck, so Bernie Sanders can't be trusted anymore either now. And Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard says it, does it, that's it. Oh my God, Pete Buttigieg is so close to being good, but he's a liar. Where's the big lie?
To serve as commander-in-chief.
To go to help battle the cartels.
I've been going to wrestling shows for over 30 years. Never in all that time have I ever felt, until last Sunday, that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
Stop bothering my retarded brother. He is live and trying to be entertaining, but you keep sending people to his channel spewing hate. You better watch out before I come to your house and spit in your face and punch your car door and rape your stupid hat.
Right, sure thing. Listen, bro, your brother's retarded. Okay, how about that? Thank you, brother. Really appreciate it. You should probably put some chains on your bitch, brother. Stop talking about me on your show. How about that? Stop talking about me on your show, and then everybody will stop talking about you. How about that? How about that? Go fuck Hamza. How about that? Go fuck Hamza. Let's watch Pete Buttigieg lie.
Invading Mexico.
Then he changes the words to watch him change the words.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll allow you
Watch
to
Pete lie.
I know.
Let's watch Pete lie.
For 7 years in Congress, on the Foreign Affairs Committee, on the Armed Services Committee, on the Homeland Security Committee, meeting with leaders of countries around the world, working with military commanders of different commands, dealing with high-level national security briefings, understanding what's necessary, the preparation that I've gotten to walk in on day one to serve as Commander-in-Chief.
Congresswoman, thank you. Mr. Mayor, I'll allow you to respond.
I know that it's par for the course in Washington to take remarks out of context, but that is outlandish even by the standards of today's politics.
Are you saying that you didn't say that?
I was talking about U.S.-Mexico cooperation. We've been doing security cooperation with Mexico for years, with law enforcement cooperation and a military relationship that could continue to be developed with training relationships, for example. Do you seriously think anybody on this stage is proposing invading Mexico?
That's not
I'm
what
talking
I said.
about
That's not
building
what
up.
She never said invading Mexico, you fucking idiot. She said you wanted to send troops to Mexico, you fucking lying fuckhead. You lying fuckhead. You said you were going to send troops to Mexico to fight the cartels. That's what you said. We could send the military into Mexico. Listen, the bottom line is this guy does a terrible job, but he's the most level-head speaker. In fact, I was behind Pete Buttigieg for a while, actually. If you go back and watch my videos from 2016, he's one of the guys that I mentioned that I thought was all right. I thought Pete was all right. And the reason why I thought Pete was all right is because he speaks calmly, sort of elegantly at times. He seems level-headed or like a nice guy. But he definitely reminds me of Jimmy Carter. If you want another Jimmy Carter, you can vote for that guy. Jimmy Carter nearly destroyed this country. Jimmy Carter is a sweetheart of a person, but Jimmy Carter would lie about stuff or like skew the facts to try to like, we're going to do good things or whatever. And it was like having a psycho woman in charge. It really reminds me of Jimmy Carter, and Biden kind of does too. But that was, dude, I'm telling you, you don't want that guy. I am telling you right now. And Kamala we're in trouble. We are in serious trouble. We are in serious trouble. See how Pete Buttigieg lied and said that Kamala, or said that Tulsi Gabbard said that we're going to invade Mexico. He said, "Oh, you really believe that anyone on this stage thinks we're going to invade Mexico?" Imagine if somebody told me, "Oh, Joe, why did you say that this guy needs to be removed from office?" And then I'm like, "Oh, I mean, well, I didn't really say that. I just said, they should look into maybe getting him out of office." Yeah, but you said this. Do you really think that anyone on this stage wants to have this person killed? I didn't say killed. What the fuck are you talking about? It's like, that's what these people do. They add different words and meanings and lie and like whatever. Oh, maybe we could have our troops work with, Mexico on the Mexican cartels across the border. Oh, I didn't say that. Do you really think that someone on this stage thinks we should invade Mexico? Why did you deny what you kind of did say? And it's arguable about what he really said, I guess. But like what you kind of said, but now you're advancing it to different words and terminology like invasion when no one said invasion to try to make Tulsi Gabbard look stupid. Like, what do you really think, that we're going to invade Mexico? No, that's not what she said. Nice try, though. Don't believe this person. Don't believe this person who has I could say so many things about him to joke around, but I'm trying to keep it straight to the politics and not about his whatever. I don't care about any of that because I'm telling you, I liked him at first. I liked the guy at first. I was like, I think I like him. And he's not that bad, but it's just like he's greasy. So isn't J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance, Trump's pick is bizarre. Bro, we're all screwed. We are so screwed, it's unbelievable. This country is fucked. The Democrats are really fucked. But this country, like, oh boy. We're all done. We're all done.
Super chat party.
These people are all terrible.
J.D. Vance equals Catman from NY.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, he's probably making some money then. Jim Cornette, thank you for the $1.99, Jim. Hey, Jim, are you done virtue signaling about Hulk Hogan yet, or you going to be okay? Have you virtue signaled enough about Hulk Hogan? By the way, today is National Ice Cream Day, apparently. What a day for Joe Biden to drop out. Also, I loved Hulk Hogan's speech at the RNC the other day. But we're not gonna glance over the fact that Hulk Hogan is also kind of a liar. Like, dude, this guy was like, I want this country to be safe for my children and for your children. That was the funniest thing that Hulk Hogan could have said. I want this country to be safe for my kids and safe for your kids. Hulk Hogan's kids are like fully adults, grown. They're like 30 or something. Hulk Hogan's son, like, killed a guy in a boating accident being drunk, and then recently got pulled over for DUI, dangerous driving. Hulk Hogan, your son, is more dangerous to the people of this country probably than anything else. Like, Hulk Hogan it's just funny, right? It's just really funny. He's like, we need to stop all the immigrants and all these other things, and we're going to make America safe for my kids and your kids. Your fucking kid is a terror. I just thought that was hilarious. Oh, he paralyzed his best friend. That's right. He didn't kill anybody, but his friend got paralyzed. You could make the argument that Hulk Hogan's kid is the danger that he's speaking of. So I thought that was funny. And I love Hogan. And I love that speech. I love that when he ripped the shirt off and said, you don't take out my hero. Dude, that was awesome. Like, even if you hated, even if he did that for Biden, I would have been like, that's awesome. You're not going to mess with Joe Biden. It wouldn't matter who he's talking about. It was really good. It was really good. But yeah, if Hogan wants to keep, the country safe, he should keep that kiddo off the road, Bless his heart. Oh, boy. Kamala is terrible. We are so screwed. Rosie O'Donnell still hasn't left America yet. Notice all these people are liars. I'll leave the country if this guy wins. I'll do this if this guy wins. They're all still here. They're all still here. Rosie O'Donnell is still in the country. Why aren't more people calling out Rosie O'Donnell for not leaving? Thank you, Billy, for subscribing. What's up, bro? Anyway, I think I've ranted enough on everything. And I should probably get out of here. I didn't plan on being online today, and I certainly didn't plan on being on for a while, but this came out, and I figured I'd blurb about it for a minute. And, we talked about it. I told you, all week, I'm like, he's going to drop out. He's going to get COVID and then get too sick to continue, or they're going to something. They're going to take him out. If he didn't drop out on his own, they would have taken him out. I'm pretty convinced of that if he didn't drop out by the DNC, that they would have dropped him. Their goal was to have Trump out too, though. Now they're in trouble. Because this country historically, to me, I don't know how people could possibly like Kamala. She is the fakest fucking thing Like, I'm sorry. There's no way. I you know what? I mean, I'm serious. If Kamala were to become president, I might end myself. I'm not even joking about that. I think if Kamala wins, I think I'll just go to the Grand Canyon and jump off. I will just say, you know what? I mean, I thought about it after Bush. When Bush got reelected, I thought, wow, we're lying about the war. We're passing the Patriot Act stuff and all these other things. And this guy got reelected again by this stupid country. I almost was done with this world after Bush. I said, wow, man, these people reelected Bush. Are you serious? I voted for Obama because of Bush. Like, there's no doubt. I was like, I don't care who it is over there. Like, I could not believe that Bush got reelected after lying about, he's a war criminal. Dick Cheney and George Bush are war criminals, and people treat them like they're like, oh, that's cute. Oh, George Bush is painting again. Why is no one angry at this person? We are retards. America is done. We are retarded people, and we deserve to die. This country deserves to die. We all deserve to die.
Assassination. You know what's interesting about assassination? Well, not only does it change those popularity polls in a big fucking hurry, but it's also interesting to notice who it is we assassinate. Do you ever notice who it is? Stop to think of who it is we kill. It's always people who've told us to live together in harmony and try to love one another. Jesus, Gandhi, Lincoln, John Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, John Lennon. They all said, try to live together peacefully. Bam! Right in the fucking head. Apparently, we're not ready for that. Yeah, that's difficult behavior for us.
You can't make this stuff up in this country. You can't make it up. This person is literally like this is a funny video, by the way.
Unburdened by what has been, what can be. Unburdened by what has been, what can be. Unburdened by what has been, what we can see, what we believe can be. Unburdened by what has been, what 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 we can see, what we believe can be. Unburdened by what has been, what can be. Unburdened by what has been, what can be. Unburdened by what has been.
I mean, oh. I would vote for O.J. Simpson if he were still alive over Kamala Harris. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. If O.J. Simpson ran against Kamala Harris, I would vote for O.J. Simpson over her. I'd vote for Mike Tyson over her.
Duncachino? Don't mind if I do. What's my name?
Cody Rhodes, I'd vote for him.
It's a whole new game. Duncachino. You want creamy goodness? I'm your friend. Say hello to my chocolate blend.
Thanks for the stream. You are doing a service for us to try to process this.
Thank you, Haystacks Monet. What's up, man? Thank you for the $11. Haystacks Monet. Ugh. I can't believe that I can't believe that in my brain, Donald Trump is the most qualified and the most like reasonable pick. I can't believe that. I am shocked. Oh. Here's the thing, Mr. Putin. I'm gonna fucking kill you. If you move any ship near our fucking border again, we're gonna fucking kill you. We're gonna cut your babies up in front of you. We're gonna suck your mother's fucking pussy up. We're gonna drop a nuke on you fucking on the nursery right in front of you. I'm gonna eat the heart of the first baby I see in front of you. Then I'm gonna crack your cracker ass head open. Like, imagine, dude, Mike Tyson. Like, Mike Tyson in his prime as the president. Here's the thing. You need to get out of Ukraine right now, because if you don't, we're going to kill everybody on this fucking planet. I don't give a fuck. I hate my mother. I hate Don fucking King. I'm gonna pretend you're Don King. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to paint you black. And then I'm going to rape your fucking body in front of your fucking country until they wave the white flag. And then we take Russia. And we're going to call it Tyson. We're going to call Russia Tyson. We're going to take your women and children and we're going to fornicate with them live on TV and show the world how we fuck you up. Dude, it would just be crazy. Please give me Mike Tyson as president in his prime. Don't even think about it. I don't understand. Putin wouldn't attack anybody under Trump. We had world peace under Trump. We didn't have world peace. That's a lie. We had a fairly peaceful world under Trump. A fairly, arguably peaceful world-ish under Trump. And then in the last year of Donald Trump's presidency, COVID happens. Suddenly a worldwide pandemic happens that comes from a lab called the Wuhan lab, where the Wuhan COVID virus is a man-made virus that leaks out. I'm sorry, guys. Why are we crazy for thinking this stuff? There was an island full of where all of Hollywood and all the elites went, and there was a giant sex ring of children, and we still don't know the names. All we know is the Clinton went there, and we know that the worst thing we know is that the wheelchair guy, the most brilliant scientific mind of the last 50 years, arguably, went there in his wheelchair to watch children. That's the most descriptive, valid-ish court document that's come out. Are you serious? Stephen Hawking, by the way. You're telling me the most damning piece of testimony is about a guy who's dead, who's in a wheelchair, Stephen Hawking, and what he did. But we have no damning evidence on anybody else? On anybody else? A shooter went with a rangefinder and a gun and got up on a roof that shouldn't have been open, and there's a bunch of female Secret Service women who are too short to protect the president. In the first time I've ever seen multiple female agents, but there's 4 of them. It's just so many things. It's what is going on? Joe Biden happens to get COVID a couple of days ago. Now he's backing out from the race. Just come on.
Yeah, I forgot that Biden got COVID. Anyway, Mom said that, she doesn't really care, I guess, because she said ask Dad, but could me and Maddie have a 2-hour, 30-minute play date over here?
I don't know.
Please?
It's up to Mom.
She said to ask you that.
I guess so. I'll go talk to her in a minute. I'm going to get off in a second. She didn't close my door. The soundproof door is open. The soundproof door, close it. All right. It's all going as part of the plan. What will they do next? I don't think we're in charge of this. I don't even think we're in charge anymore of this place. Wow. Later, guys.